Alright, so this will be like the final replay I'm gonna talk about here. It's on the same map that I did from the last replay. God, this match, man, this was like pretty back and forth. Like I really did not feel like I couldn't tell if I was going to win with these guys here.
The damned stand.
So my teammates, what is it? Oh yeah, in this game I didn't go knights. I went for rifles. I used the good old Paladin rifle build here.
Summoning is complete.
I really, like I said, like sometimes I will kind of switch out my builds. Sometimes I'll go, go for like the melee build on this map. But I think like on this map, it's still good to go anti-air.
Summoning.
Because like I said, these guys are really, like creeping this camp, they're not really much of a problem with anti-air. And this is like the very first time, I use, well, not the first time. This is like the second time I use like my Paladin rifle build on this map here. So for my teammates, I think Teal, I wouldn't say like he was bad, but man, his base layout, when I saw his base layout, I'm like, okay, this guy doesn't seem to be too experienced here. But later on, you know, I feel like he really kind of like makes up for it. Because like I said, you know, most good undead players, they would kind of like put all their buildings like really close up together.
Summoning is complete.
So I noticed like he wants to go necromancers, and I'm like, that's cool.
The pact is sealed.
Orange, I don't know, man. He was kind of weird too. Like, what is it? I think he did something that upset these creeps, and it pretty much burned his mana here. And he tried to creep this camp here, and this is like a very tough camp to creep. He went with cleaving. I forgot what's this ability called. Cleaving blade or something. Yeah, not really like an ability that you want to use if you're going for Pit Lord first. And I'm pretty much just going for this camp. Standard green camp, and then I try to go for this camp here. I really like when a teammate wants to like creep this camp with me. Really love the Fountain of Health camp. Like, it's so good to have this camping advantage, you know. You could get a nice item too. So I feel like, yeah, right here, see, I was kind of wondering, like, man, should I get a third rifleman or try to like militia creep this? And I decided to militia creep it here. I think this camp is pretty much a must for militia creeping. Doesn't matter if you play standard or go for like a Paladin rifle build. Gotta like militia creep it. So these guys go for the lizards. I decided to use the Wand of Illusion on this Death Knight here, just for scouting. And this was funny here. Look at this. I remember seeing all these units, and I'm like, oh crap, they're going to attack us. And apparently this guy thought it was like a real hero, and he tried to stalk me. He burned all his mana. That was bad. This was a mistake by Teal here. He was just trying to like heal up, and he sees all of this. And I even like warned him. I was like, hey man, they're about to attack. Yeah, that was not a good way to lose your talent portal there. Oh, this was hilarious here. So I knew like they were going to attack us. But look at this base layout. I don't know if I would say like this was a bad base layout. But the thing is like Purple had like melee units and he couldn't like get in. And we were pretty much like all trapped. But then again, we had like a bunch of cover. So we could pretty much just shoot at them. I don't know if this guy had Breath of Fire. Like, when I was playing, I noticed he always uses the Drunken Haze, but he never seemed to use the Breath of Fire, which is like a mistake right here. You gotta have Breath of Fire on Panda. So he decided to uproot his this little building here. Good old Paladin Blood Mage. I love getting Blood Mage second if I have a Paladin with me. You can like never kill them, especially once the Paladin gets really high level. Teal, he needed to heal him right here. He needed to heal Orange, because he was pretty much our tank. So we managed to hold this off, which was good. Blue, greedy. Trying to get greedy on my kill. I mean, on my unit here, but I have a Paladin. I remember having no idea like what I should be getting after rifles, but I kind of thought about getting mortars. Like when you use this build, most people tend to they tend to use rifles with griffins or mortars. I prefer mortars. I just kind of like rifles and mortars. I think they really work really well. So Orange, he scouted an expansion, and I'm like, oh god, we have to attack that. I remember, like, what was it, Orange died here, right? Yeah, this was a mistake here. Like I said, man, both of these guys, they weren't really bad players. Like, they were doing their thing, but there's just a lot of silly mistakes here. And if you pull off these kinds of mistakes against, like, someone who's good, like, this match would have been over, really. But luckily, like, you know, I feel like this match was fair. Like, I feel like both green and what is it? Maybe purple. Yeah, this base layout is not a good base layout for an orc. I feel like these guys, like, they're kind of like, you know, mediocre. Same thing with Orange and Teal. While Blue, I feel like Blue was definitely, like, he seemed to be experienced enough. And I feel like, you know, I'm kind of like his counterpoint, you know. Like, I actually watched in Blue's perspective, and I noticed he was pinging a lot on, like, the map. And I noticed, like, it's because, like, he wants, like, his teammate to look for expansions. And that is, like, definitely, like, a sign of an experienced player right there. So right here, I'm like, we can't fight. See, he's constantly, like, pinging. Oh, he's trying to body block. Wow, see? Like I said, man, I could tell this guy was an experienced player. Look at that base layout. This is definitely, like, you know, like an experienced undead base player. I mean experienced, like, you know, undead player base layout right here. See? It's pretty much telling people to, like, creep. I could tell, like, this guy was in command for the other team. He was greedy for this expansion. Like, holy crap. Even after we took it, you still want it.
The dam is standing ready.
Unfortunately, I get creepjacked there. I was badly wounded. Look at all these units. Then I looked at his, and I'm like, yeah, no thank you. And you have Unholy Aura. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you have the camp. But yeah, it's very fun to kind of, like, you know. One of the things I like using, like, the replay, what is it? Like, the replay function for Warcraft 3 is just to kind of, like, watch the player's perspective. I'm trying to attack my base here, but I'm stacked. So he got this item, he scouted the freaking expansion. Like I said, man, like, this guy, he really has, like, good instincts.
The shadows beckon.
Good, like, RTS instincts. And this is really helping his teammates here. Like, that's one of the things I try to do when I'm playing with, like, you know, players that might not be, like, as experienced as I am. Like, I'm constantly scouting, constantly, like, pinging just to, like, keep my teammate updated and all that stuff. This was super crazy fight here. I noticed, like, my freaking teammate Orange. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I think this guy was, like, a Korean player too. So it was kind of cool to just, like, have a foreign player on the team. He didn't really have much army here, so I thought, like, maybe we wouldn't, like, win this fight. But then again, look at Teal. This is where like Teal started to shine here. His freaking Necromancer's build. His Necromancer build, you know, it started to come to play. He's rocking 60 food. Oh, he's still at a depth, but he has like a crap load of army. Like I couldn't tell like what was going on here. Like I said in my last video, the thing with like the Necromancer build is like it's just so ridiculously insane. It's overwhelming odds. I'm telling my teammate like, hey, kill the panda, Teal. He didn't kill it, but it's okay. He managed to TP, and that's still fine. I got 2-2 rifle mortars. I feel like 2-2 is generally like good enough for me. I'm scouting, yeah, I'm using the flares to scout the expos. Like I said, I think like the 2-2 attack and armor is generally like okay enough for me. Because like the 3-3 attack and armor upgrades, they're so expensive. Like I kind of don't think it's worth it. And you know, sometimes you gotta transition your build too, so that's another thing. So we managed to take out the expansions there. I remember being so greedy, just trying to kill these like peons, just to get to level 4 Paladin. When I'm at level 4 as a Paladin, I really like to get level 2 Holy Light, level 1 Divine Shield, and level 1 Devotion Aura, just to protect myself from all the hero focus. Sometimes I will go like, you know, level 2 Holy Light, level 2 Devotion Aura, depending like, you know, what my teammates' units are like. But since we didn't have much like melee units, I try to play it safe. This was pretty scary. They got Bloodlust, and I'm like, oh crap, dude. We don't have anything to counter that properly other than mortars. But yeah, they have a lot of caster stuff. The freaking, what is it? What's that one dude? This guy, the Druid of the Talon. He casts the Fairy Fire ability, which reduces your armor. Yeah, this was just too much for us. So right here, I thought like this game was over here. I'm like, oh crap, dude. They just got too many stuff. And I thought like Bloodlust probably won them the game there. So we lose pretty much our expansions. I remember making a tank here just to kind of like harass them. Just for fun, but it's also for scouting.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
So I shot another flare for scouting purpose. And I knew like, yeah, I knew they were looking for our expansions. And we were not gonna have any freaking not two bases, but we weren't gonna have any economic advantages over these guys. So I sent in a tank here. Just to scout, and then I see another expansion. Oh, what's going on? I was trying to transition into gyros for the freaking chimeras.
Our town is under siege.
And then I noticed they went for my expo here. And I was like, come on guys, we have to fight this. It's all or die. I mean, it's do or die time. Here it is. I get a pretty cool Flame Strike here. I love, you know, using Flame Strike, one of my favorite spells. This is like the thing with blue here. See, he made a mistake by trying to go an easy nuke on my Blood Mage here because I have a Paladin. This is why I love having, you know, Paladin first and then Blood Mage second. You just can't kill that Blood Mage. And look at all this crazy fight. I don't know why I Flame Struck there. That was really bad. But like I said, just so many stuff going on. It's just hard to tell. That was a nice Flame Strike. Managed to staff one of my riflemen here. Going for his freaking mana. See, he's trying so hard. Look at blue. He's trying so hard to kill my Blood Mage, but he can't. I even got a greater mana. So, mana for days. So I got to level 5. I got level 2 Devotion Aura. And this is where I knew like we could totally win here. we just held off a very intense fight. So we're pretty much doing the same thing what they did. Go for the expansions. God, man, Orange went for another expansion here. These guys are so greedy for bases. Holy crap, I had 2k gold. I didn't realize that. I banked a lot. I remember using my mortars to pressure this gold miner. Oh yeah! Is that level? Yeah, that's a level 3 flame strike. Gyros are just amazing when it comes to anti-air. I was trying to kill this guy. Gyros so badly. I feed my teammate's hero for more mana because he got his ultimate, and this is awesome right here. Look at that cleave, man. Look at that damage. Look at that. Quad kill, dude. I think that's a level 3 cleave. Yeah, that was like another fun 3v3 match, another back and forth game. Like I said, I really enjoy these type of matches. When I play ladder, it's always very fun, very thrilling to watch and also play. And that's why I pretty much like, keep them as replays, just to watch them for my sake of enjoyment, and also just to like, I guess, bring back good memories of playing this game. And yeah, thank you for watching this session of my Warcraft 3 replays, where I just kind of like talk about them, kind of ramble on them and all that stuff, just for the fun of it. Thank you.